Previously on Gaia's Melody 2, the Arbor destroyed area had an illusion prepared in order to make the party think the village was rebuilt. At the shrine, the party found Aaron, who claimed that Zephyr greenlit the attack on Arbor. After the party defeated him, the crystal turned blood red and the game shifted to Tera's party. Okay, what if I actually try to head for this cave? We just came from there. I like caves as much as the next girl, but this is definitely not where we need to be. Okay, there's a save point, as usual. I remember there being a really OP mob from back then, but you could silence it with Akira, but I don't think anyone here can silence the enemy. Yeah, we'd be screwed if we ran into it. The structure looks different. The hill was part of the same map as the rest of the jungle. Wait, where's this place? Is that Arbor? I don't know. A castle? Chapter 7, Those Who Disappear. Alright, Miki, which way to the Elder's place? You know, now that I think about it, we maybe shouldn't go see him. Excuses, please do go on. Tell us what amazing story will prevent us from seeing the Elder. Ah, well, he was kind of mad at Nikki and me when we left, so yeah. And at no point along the way here do you think that might possibly be something worth mentioning to us. If I remember right, the old guy was the type who might withhold information because of something like that. Gosh, is he really that bad? Oh, he's awful. You'll just have to grow up and deal with your punishment then. I'd be perfectly okay with watching you beg for forgiveness. You haven't met him. Guys, Fate of the World? Sound familiar? Ugh, we really aren't cut out to be the heroes everyone keeps calling us, huh? Are we? But there's no time to be discouraged. He's a village leader, so he probably has a big house, right? Let's go there. Let's save him for last. Selmers, I'm supposed to write a report for my boss today, but I'm not going to write a report, you know? I haven't the energy. In fact, I really need a nap. Kitsunes have big fluffy tails, but half-breeds are a little different. I heard that if they cut the fur from their tails, it won't grow back. I'm an Usagi, so I just got a little poof tail. I find it interesting. My friend took me in after Arbor became a whole. She's away right now, though. Headphones. Majikk is pretty warm in the winter. We don't get much snow around here. People who come here for a vacation usually end up getting stuck here, since stronger monsters come out this time of year. Hey, I know you. You visiting home too? Want to chat a while? I love the sound of my own voice. Tell me about Kitsune. Kitsune are a race of fox-like creatures. Most of us focus on magic. It's very rare to see one who doesn't have at least some magical talent. The only exception are half-breeds. Half-breeds usually have significantly less talent, and until recently were either executed or banished at birth. We've never had many half-breeds born. Most Kitsune would rather die than break any of our sacred traditions. Even with our recent rule changes, that still stands. Tell me about Majikk. This land has always been Kitsune territory. We as the people used to be very sheltered, but grew to accept both the people of Tera and Arbor. Since then, we've grown to allow many people in. However, since the destruction of both Arbor and Tera, it's been rather quiet here. Besides travelers, many of our town's guests were from them. Rules. There have been several rule changes within the last 4 years. The most important one being, as decided by the Elder, Kitsune are now allowed to leave the town at will and return when they please. So much that they're allowed to live wherever they choose, with no fact of guilt. Half-breeds are still unacceptable, however, they will be permitted to enter the village. On principle, romantic relations between Kitsunes and our races are still incredibly taboo and looked down upon. That's about all of the major changes. I personally think it's for the better, except letting filthy half-breeds in town. Good thing we didn't bring Kachi. This would be a miserable experience for her. We're new, so please be kind to us and check your mail. To Akira and the others, Choco reporting in. I didn't really know what to write, so let Tadase write the rest. When we realized what was going on, it turned out the same way it did in Merrik for us too. We ended up in a weird dark world. The what we saw was strange. I don't know what happened to you, but for us, the one we beat to go back to reality was actually Aaron, remember? Zephyr's lackey from Merrik? We also saw what looked like Akira, but she was a kid. Weird, huh? Akira, do you know anything about this? Oh, and Annika says hi. Golden hairpin. A plushie. I created a whole new bookshelf full of books I found through my travels of the world. It's so nice being able to leave Majikk as I please. Do take a look at my collection, won't you? I feel a whole 40 years younger. Sailor suits and why they make the best school uniforms. High twin tails versus low twin tails. History of the world. A plushie. The rules have been changed to allow Kitsune to leave the village, and what does my dad do with that privilege? He goes and travels around the world collecting anime-related paraphernalia and anything with cute girls in it. So I can't believe I'm related to this guy. Think of all the money he could save. I heard he was even collecting the hero cards, at least the girls. I forget which ones he has though. I guess if you talk to him and he recognizes you, you might be able to get it back from him. But none of us are recognized. I'm living with Grampy now, but he's kind of a loony. I'm worried. I had got kicked out of my hangout in Eon, so I came back home for a visit. Hey Miki, are you here to stay this time? Nah, babe. Gotta go do some important saving the world stuff. I'll come visit sometime though. Awesome. I was super happy you taught me how to control my fireballs last time. I can't wait till our next lesson. So who's this? A girlfriend? Maybe, maybe not. What's it to you? I was just curious. If you don't want to tell me, it's fine. And it's just because I got tons of girls clinging to me doesn't mean you have to be jealous. As if I would be jealous. Oh my, you two. Miki used to be just a little brat around the village, but because of everything that happened, he's really popular now, at least with the girls. Most other people just see him as arrogant. Hey girl, I'm standing right here. About 4 years ago, there was an attack on Majikk. Luckily no one was hurt, but it seemed to have opened our elders' eyes. Since then, we Kitsune have been allowed to come and go as we please. We've all gained a new sense of freedom. Yeah, this is the life. You weren't expecting to see a man named Dark here, were you? What did I say no? Oh, well, never mind me then. I must be crazy. Yes. Oh, you were? Sorry to tell you, but Sir Dark has left this area. I heard he's gone far past Foresta. I wonder if he'll make an appearance again. I completely forgot about him. I'm going to have a child soon. I've come to the realization that it's probably not a good idea to use random name generators. See my name to understand what I mean. Winthrop. Hey, kids shouldn't be in here. Shoo, this is grown-up playtime. My dad, Edward the Gambler. I think he wants me to get into it too. Unfortunately, my twin sister and I turned out to be responsible, money-conscious girls who don't spend money every chance we get. Goodbye all my money. It was nice knowing ya. Cider. Chuck it at monsters. Is that gonna be a puzzle? Hey, aren't some of you that are a little young to be in a bar? I'm old enough to save the world. I should be old enough to hang out in bars. Let's see, I'm 1, 2, 3, I'm about 4 years old. Does that mean I look older than I am? You look 12 to me. I'm 13, I'm officially a teenager now. Let me drink. Why, I'll have you know I may look like this, but I'm actually 24 years old. Let me drink, damn it. Sorry, broke character there for a minute. Cute little princess, cute little princess. You kids are weird. Huh? Did I just break collision? No, no, this is actually a secret path to get to the chest, but you can open it across the counter anyway, so it doesn't really matter whether or not you find this secret path. Ribbon. Green tunic. Iron bow. Just because you guys have trading cards made after you doesn't mean you can really save the world. Smile sweetly. If I were you, I would try my best not to die. What? So some of us really will get killed off for real, or are they just gonna fake us out again? Last time Meeks and Neeks were down, the Elder asked them to teach Majikk to the village kids. I guess he's getting on in years. Felt kind of bad for the kids though. It looked like they really wanted to just go home. And that's why it was stupid Kachi was mad at us. Not many tourists this time of year. Even though Majikk is usually warm, the scarier monsters come out and that tends to scare people off. It's especially bad this year. The monsters seem a lot more agitated than usual. Wouldn't it be great if King, Rose, Doki, and Zephyr teamed up and beat the monsters for us? That would be epic. It's been real peaceful since that Agarace guy got dead. We got chocolate from Merrik, and it's delicious, but they were going through some stuff for a while, and now we're selling pickles. Pickles can be tasty sometimes. Only sometimes. Have you ever seen a dragon? Have you? Have you? Yes. You have, and you're alive. Oh me, oh my. Well, for your efforts, please take this. Elixir. Night dragons are the scariest things ever, even scarier than Miki when he gets mad. I'm taking over the shop today. You want to buy stuff from a cute little girl, right? Basic stuff. Okay, let's see what you have. Steel tier stuff. Wait, how do you not have a steel sword? Miki, we're visiting Majikk at the same time. Neat, I'm gonna surpass you one day. Good luck, babe. Do you like bagels? Yes? Yay, I do too. Here, take this. Hi, Aether. Hey, I'm not letting you change your answer. Hey, Miki, Elder got a girlfriend. Oh, well, maybe not, but this Kitsune I've never met has been hanging around this house since for a while. Okay, Miki GM1 costume. This is their old house. Nikki costume. No other loot here? Ropes? Anything? Whoa, I jumped over! A bar of soap! Golden hairpin. Whoa, what the fuck are we doing? Bad player character is bad! And where's the complimentary potion? I have no choice but to stay in the inn to get the complimentary potion. Okay, I guess. Are they increasing the price because they know I sold all the sea items? Night. The seashell items? Yeah, the seashells sell for a lot for some reason. It might have been a debug feature so the dev could easily get money. But that's just, maybe she forgot to patch out and now players are getting super rich. Yeah, that must be it. Green tunic. This is the Elder's place, right? So, is this chick the Elder? Oh, hello. No, this chick is definitely not the Elder. I've never even seen her before in my life. That's, don't tell me you're Miki and Niki's mother. We're looking for the Elder. Can you tell us who you are and why you're here? Is it the Elder home? To be honest, I'm not really sure where he is. Please, help me. What? So your name is Scarlin? Yes, thank you for calming me down. I think I can explain now. Before you get all buddy-buddy with us and your problems, don't you think you should at least ask who we are? But I do know who you are. Miki, correct? That means these friends of yours here are the heroes from the 4 years ago, yes? We're not heroes. I wasn't even helpful back then. Okay, you know who we are, so who are you? But I've already told you my name. Look, lady, I lived here for years and never seen you before. Weirder seems like you know our Elder real well. Miki, stay on track here. So you do know where the Elder is or not? He said there was an unusual magical force resonating from across the mountain range. I assume he meant Foresta. And? How did we get to Foresta again? I came by only to find him gone. He did leave a lair. This must be where he went. But I'm worried. I've heard that people in the area have been going missing. Elder area isn't as young as it used to be. So it really is happening here too. Excuse us, Miss Garland, do you happen to know how to get to the Foresta area from here? So you'll look for him then? Of course we will. We're heading out there anyway, we'll keep an eye out for him. We need to get to Foresta before we can do anything else, Miss Garland. Do you know how? I'm not actually from around here, so I'm not as familiar with the surrounding area. In his letter, he mentioned an ancient tunnel that goes directly through the mountain. Sounds perfect. According to the letter and map he left, it should be a ways west of here. That structure we saw? Okay guys, ancient passage it is. Iron sword, not steel. It's a rope, but we don't need it. That's what they all say before we find an unpassable gorge. What's the letter say? I've been progressively sensing more and more energy coming from the direction of Foresta. It's something I've never felt until recently. It can be felt in the direction of the Tera ruins as well. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it feels a lot like a threat to the village. I'll be using an ancient passage that goes straight through the mountains to reach it. It was made long ago to deter travelers between the two races, so it might not be very easy to navigate. Probably a really bad puzzle. However, I found several old maps of the maze. It doesn't say which is the most recent. They were made by the ancients of myth. I'll take them all with me and mark them as I go. It's dangerous, so don't come looking for me. And if Miki and Nikki show up, make sure they get punished for running away like that. Elder Ere. Steel bow. Laws of Kitsune. Being a Kitsune rules. Teenagers and how to deal with them. Magic for dummies. Book of Magic 123. How to deal with regret. Kitsune family tree. Teenage girls what to know. Old tunnel is old. Use at own risk. I have a bad feeling about this. I feel like there's going to be a very confusing maze or a very confusing puzzle that requires trial and error. Oh no. Those who disappear maybe will disappear. Oh, I hope this isn't really a maze. That would ruin my day. Turning the encounter rate down to 0 would help here. I wonder if there's a map of the place anywhere. Eri took them all, remember? I can feel a magical energy that's not any of ours. I think it's safe to say your elder really did come through here. Good, I don't much care what happened to the elder, but if this gets us to the other side, I'll be happy. Onward we go. This is bad. Oh, hell no. They're all faster. I'm gonna eat all these potions. Ah. Seriously, why are we more zoomed in what? Wait, that chest was trapped? Okay. Not good. Drops elixir. Okay. Are all the chests like this? Nope, this one's a steel rod. Ha, a lever. What? It teleported us! That's not how switches are supposed to work. That's illegal. Oh man, I don't fucking know. Steel sword, okay. Resistant boots. Did I bargain for all the chests here? Oh, they actually made a map here. I may want to screenshot that. Oh, hell nah. This is pain. Haha. Oh, come on, it's another chest. Ah, there is another elixir chest. Oh, never mind. There's not even a boss. Ha! Structure. Okay, there's Foresta. And an unnamed cave. Is there really a secret treasure in the past? I have no idea. Just seems to be a bunch of random transports and some elixir chests, and that's it. Foresta Orahai. Oh shit! I think someone killed all the Kemonekos. What? This place is empty. I can't even sense anything. There's blood everywhere. How could that be? Did the rift already tear open here? Did the monsters do this? Kasumi. This can't be. The Kemoneko that lived here. They can't all be. I'm looking around. Kasu. Let's look too. Alright, stay on your guard. Everyone's split up. That's dangerous. What if there's still a boss around here? It's strange, isn't it? Strange how? This is kind of what we were expecting, isn't it? Can you keep this just between us? Of course. Don't you find it odd that none of the buildings are wrecked? I don't know, Miki. They look pretty destroyed to me. You're thinking about it wrong. If the monsters attacked, then there'd be nothing but ruin. So you're saying it was a person? Could it be? Don't tell me the Elder did this. You don't think it was monsters, do you? Also, isn't it strange how empty it is? That is strange. You could think they all escaped into the forest. They might have also all gotten killed, but in that case, don't you think there'd be proof? More bodies. My last spot is the blood. There was obviously a struggle of some kind, but the biggest piece of evidence is that the blood. It leads right out of the forest. Then an escape. I don't know. That's kind of where my deductions end. Sorry for talking so much. I think better when I talk. There's one more thing. I can't completely sense the rift. It's there, but it's not nearly as strong as the one in Merrik. Well, good, because we are not nearly as strong as Akira. Any idea what that means? Kasumi found someone, but he... Wake up, please, wake up! Wake up, I said! Kasumi! No! No, it can't be like this! Kasumi! No, we need to stick together! It's Kemoneko, but he's dead. Where did she go? The cave? There's only a single person left here. I think we should get Kasumi and leave. We still have to make sure the shrine's safe and stop whatever evil is coming out of it. Are Akira and Kasumi going to be okay? Give them time. For now, we have to move. Got it. The Kemonekos, why did they have to get hurt? What did they ever do? Kasumi, leave me alone. What do I do? What can I do for her? You stick by her, duh. Miki, Tera. I don't think it's safe to stay around here, especially if we let our guards down and the monsters attack. Do you think you can brave it? I'll be okay, and I'll look after Kasumi. The Kamonekos. Does this dialogue change? Kasumi! It's time to go. The Kamoneko people, they didn't deserve this. Even though you're not really a Kamoneko, you still care about them. I know that, but still, there's nothing. I knew something was wrong here. I could feel it, yet I didn't do anything. Come on, we need to go. That's about all we can do for them at this point. Okay. Promise me, don't tell Whip. Promise me you won't tell Whip about this place. That's the only way I'm coming with you. Shoot, can we actually keep this entire thing a secret from Whip? I feel like if he's connected to the government, he's gonna find out at some point. Well, it's not like my choice matters. We won't tell Whip, but he'll discover it on his own, just so you know. If that's what you want, okay, I promise, Kasumi. It's none of my business, anyway. I won't say anything, but you should. He's a Kamoneko. This place was his home. He should know. I'll tell him when everything is over. Until then, Whip is not to know about his home for the sake of the mission. You can't say anything to anybody, understood? Understood. Then all that's left is securing the shrine. There was a path through the waterfall, yeah? We go through there, then hopefully we go home. But who are we gonna fight this time? If we fought Aaron last time, we're gonna fight Leith here. Gonna have to use electric spells on her. Okay, does this place have a gimmick? $1,000. Magic hat. Aha, I did miss the chest here. Golden sword. A sword everyone with light in their hearts can use flawlessly. Is it a magic type sword? It's stronger than the steel sword. What? Is this the end? Already? No. It's only the second part. That's right, this cave was actually... it should be deeper than just 2 sections. If I remember right. Full potion. Restore ring. Deadly ring. Increases hit rate and crit rate. Water gem. Yeah, let's see it. Barrier stone. Resist stone. They're saying we have to buff our defenses? Arg, the girls are so sad and I'm here just all angry. Ugh. How do you stay so calm about things? I've had quite a lot of practice. Usually Akira and the others react before I even get a chance to. I never really got why you were friends, but I think I get it now. You're the only sane one. Did you just call me boring? No, well, not in a bad way. We'll see how boring I am when Kachi hears about this. Oh, wise, very interesting, exciting, and adventurous Tera. Please not tell Kachi about my complete and utter impudence. I wouldn't bar her. Kachi would probably just agree with you. I've got to be like that with them. They're my family, and someone has to stop them from getting themselves killed. Wait, are you secretly cool? All I've ever done is be protected. I had a chance. I could have helped them. I could have been faster, stronger. I could have been there. I'm sorry, Whip. Oh no, Kasumi and the Kamonekos. Whip, how can I face you? And he'll probably find out eventually if he goes through the government records about everything. Alright, everyone, sleep time. There's no way we can keep something like this secret. So it's just a boss room after this, or is it going to be another distortion maze? That's right, there was something at the top of this mountain. The shrine. It's quiet. Maybe time to fight a boss. So, like, why are we stopping? Isn't it a little strange? Isn't that the point? You too, she means it's strange that nothing's strange. Strange, isn't it? Yeah, I don't sense the distortion here. Eve, you're saying it's gonna go all weird like before when we enter the shrine? Could be another dungeon. Beats me, but let's get going. It's better than standing here looking dumb. Ain't that the truth? Is there no guardian spirit? Yeah, I bet once we enter that, it might be an actual boss. Hia! Chia! What? Is someone else in here? This place looks normal. Kari, did you lie to us about the flame cave? I wasn't lying. The place really did get all screwy last time. Akira and Choco said so too. Well, let's just check out the crystal. Okay. Shrine interior. Anyone hiding behind that crystal? This is a seal thing, right? I remember that 4 years ago, Akira had to come here and break them so we could open the gate to get to the parallel world. Too many worlds. So there's this world and the other world, and the bizarre dimensional rift, and... Oh, my brain was not meant to handle this kind of information. When we returned, they were resealed with magic, so the world would be in balance again, or so Doken and the others told us. This is a stupid seal though, right? She's cute. Duh, that's why we're here. Who's answering this? Duh, that's why we're here. It doesn't look like this thing's about to start wreaking any havoc. Can we go now? Well, they didn't really tell us what to do if we didn't find anything. But, the Kamonekos, if it wasn't from this, then what? Dunno, but it doesn't look like it came from here. I guess. Ah shit, here we go again. Annika? But you're with Tadase's team. Is Annika the one sending us here? To these parallel worlds? This is... Did we get sucked into the rift? Gee, I don't know, have you looked around? Hang on, that chick is here. I can feel it. Why is it always chicks with you? No, you know, the girl, really is Leith. Leith, you're alive. You're Leith, right? You're right, it's been some time. Kasumi, O Great Princess of Eon. Explanation, please. She was the one who showed up in Majikk when we met Akira. We managed to fight her off back then, though. She's one of Agaraze's floozies, right? Floozy? Oh, that's rich. Do you realize how weak you were? There's no way such a child would ever have been able to defeat me. But they did. Akira, Kachi, Miki, and Nikki fought you and won. I remember watching from Doken's airship. Doken was an interesting one indeed. To think the scheme he hatched would work out so remarkably in our favor. Since we're all old pals here, I'd like to share a story with you. Will you like to hear what I have to say? Go on. Didn't you ever wonder the truth, little Kitsune? And what about you, clone girl? Why you appeared in Majikk that day, as well as young human girl? Why I fled your hometown? It was you. It was you who destroyed Tera Lulz. But Agaraze was... It's true, he was after that perfect clone of his, but I was there with a different purpose. You see, the orders were from my Lord and Master were to obliterate that girl. It was actually all Lord Zephyr's plan. That girl was supposed to die right along with the rest of you. But then you all got away. We just couldn't let Agaraze take control of her, and so my master sent me the Majikk to once and for all kill her. Zephyr was... Then why did you leave? You already said you could have beaten us. Ding ding ding, what would make someone retreat when victory was so easily at hand? That's hardly deserving of an answer. Use a little brain power, kid. We were planning on destroying Majikk, but Agaraze got in our way. We had no choice but to retreat or we'd be found out. Oh, Princess, are you even listening? Kasumi. I may not be Akira, I can't use her powers, but I can still defeat illusions like you. Or at least heal us so everyone else can do it. You know, that's just like you, putting up a fight at the last second. But that's just fine by me. I think if we destroy her then, it'll go back to normal. Damn it, fine. Kari, Kasumi, Tara, let's get this floozy. Just spam all my lightning spells. But just in case I'm gonna Super Omni Death Strike you, I have no idea what you're capable of. Spark. Mancer Deck. Leith of Merrik. That's a lot of health. Delay? Shit, since when did you have time magic? That was not supposed to happen. But this is an electric type attack, so it should do good damage to you. Assuming that the developer did not completely screw up the damage formula for it. Some of those damage formulas do not seem consistent. Yeah, I don't really have a choice but to use soup. Wait, can I cure all on Tera? Does that work on agility down? It does. Well, that works. You should be careful, for those you trust can easily... Yeah, we have a lot of... Zephyr has a lot of explaining to do. And possibly get tried for war crimes. It's like I thought, the Rifts can only stay active while their protectors are alive. I thought the Leaf chick was dead, and you guys also saw Agres too, when you were with Akira and the others. The seal has changed, it's crystal and blood. I would like to go outside, please. Kasumi, yeah, let's go. I had always suspected, but he always knew too much about what was going on. We trusted you. Okay, so what's gonna happen to Zephyr now? Come on, everyone, that's enough doom and gloom. We've got to go and report to Dokkan, right? Come on, Kari, we need to hurry, right? Miki? Sorry. Kasumi, you're concerned too, aren't you? Everyone looks very worried. Tera, can I tell you something? You can't say anything to Akira, though. You have to promise. I promise. Zephyr came to me once and said he needed me for a mission. I'm just a clone, but I do have some of Kasumi's memories, too. With these memories, I found that I trusted him. I was ready to do whatever he asked of me. I agreed, and he asked me to protect someone I'd never met. He said her name was Akira. Those are conflicting orders. What's he playing at? My job was to make sure she survived, to make sure Agres didn't get her. So that's how you ended up in Tera Lols. Wait, so then... It really was Zephyr who attacked her home. Agres arrived shortly after, I'm sure, but Akira was gone. I'm sorry for all the trouble we caused, Tera. I tried to think about it, and until now it hadn't crossed my mind at all. I don't really understand. I don't get why Zephyr would want to hurt anyone innocent. Iya. Who is Ia? Nothing, or no one, just a fast friend. We never told her about Ia? Are you troubled too, Miki? Not really, I'm more worried about those two, actually. I wish I had answers for them. I know when that Leith chick came to Majikk, we battled her. Just now, she said her plan was to kill Akira. So if Akira didn't shoo her off, she might have destroyed Majikk like Arbor was. That wasn't the only time we were attacked, though. Eon was too, all to kill Akira. We were also attacked by Zephyr. He killed a friend of ours right in front of us, in front of Akira. And then in Mizu, Kachi told me that both Leith and the Earth Mage showed up, as well as their master Zephyr. That was when Akira and that guy switched places, right? From what I heard, Zephyr was trying to take the Mizu orb Akira was searching for. So yeah, Arg, I don't get that guy, and then he thinks it's perfectly okay to join us. That's because Akira... What? It's because for some reason Akira trusts him. Whip and Dokkan both knew him from before, but if it wasn't for Akira, I don't think I would have been able to stay with everyone. Kasumi, how are you doing? I don't understand. The things Leith said, don't worry about it. I'm sure it's nothing to worry. That's not it. I'm not concerned with Zephyr. It's not my place to pry into his decisions. It's true that I don't know all of what happened in the past, but I do know Zephyr. Even if he was at his breaking point, I don't think he'd really kill Akira. What I'm worried about is the Kemonekos. We still don't know what happened to them exactly. I don't think... Would Leith yeah, the presence at this crystal is weaker, so would they really be able to kill all the Kemonekos like that? It still wasn't abolished when we got here. It wasn't monsters or Leith that attacked them. It was someone else. But then what happened to them? Where'd they go? And Whip, if he knew, then... We can't ever tell him. I stand by what I said. I won't tell Whip, but Kasumi, you're his friend. I think you should. I'll take care of it then. I was so happy when Zephyr joined our side and then fought against Agorids with us, but I don't understand. I can't understand what happened. It just doesn't make sense. And Kasumi, she probably wouldn't tell me anything even if I asked her. She may not even know. But why does my head hurt so bad? An unbreakable trust, huh? Miki, it's weird hearing you talk about all serious like. I can be serious when I need to be. But still, Akira was angry when Ia died, and sad. Even if they switched bodies for a while, what could have happened to make her change like that? And also, Onikus, she awakened Leith from that crystal. Okay, everyone, that's enough. We need to get ready and go. It's Big Brother's airship. I wonder if he picked up the errors yet. The guy sure has some interesting timing. Remember, you can't tell Whip about the Kemonekos. Curry? I'm worried. We never did come across the Elder of Magic. I wonder where he went to. Don't tell me he's the culprit. Oh no. Whip, Big Brother. Oh no. Could the Elder really be playing some kind of Kitsune supremacy thing? That felt a bit shorter than the others.
Essence.
Leith and Aaron? When we found our way into that weird rift world, we met Agres. It was a little different from the first time, though. I can sort of understand Agres, but why were the other two there? And you saw a mini-me too, right? Whatever this dimension is, it doesn't seem to have any rules for the living, dead or time. Yeah, you looked like you did when we were little. I didn't see anything like that. The rift only pulled us in when we arrived. It wasn't active until then. A very short-range one. This is troubling. By the way, where's Dokkan? Shouldn't he be the one interrogating us? I'd like to know that too. Kasumi said not to wait for them and ran off. Dokkan's been acting strange though I really don't know why. You don't, huh? Well, for now, you three are dismissed. I'd like to go over this with Dokkan. As for the dimensional realms, as far as the dimensional realms are concerned, they've all been contained incidents thus far, so I can only hope we're safe for a while. Sounds good to me. Let's go tell the others. And they still didn't question him about his attacks on the villages. Wait, Zephyr! Oh, Akira, sorry, what is it? Isn't it strange how Dokkan just kind of left like that? Kasumi seemed distracted too. Just what happened with them? I feel like this is where the story's gonna really pick up. I still owe you an explanation, don't I? Explain? You mean why you were so mad at Dokkan before? There's something I need to check on first, but if you'd like, come by my room later. I don't mind telling you about it. Your room? Yeah. Another medical checkup to talk. Okay. I'll see you later then. Kashi said she'd be waiting for me at the central castle garden. I should hurry before she leaves. I need to ask her something. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Gaia's Melody 2 Echoed Memories. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.